So, a friend and fellow teacher sent me this tweet from this guy who is complaining about the way that we select Supreme Court justice in Kansas, and he lives in Tennessee. So, why that's his problem, I don't know. But I do want to talk about why we select Supreme Court judges in Kansas the way that we do. This goes back to a political corruption scandal in Kansas from 1957 called the Triple Play. Fred Hall had just lost his reelection campaign to be the governor of Kansas. As he is getting ready to move out of the governor's mansion, George Docking is going to take over as the governor of Kansas. Well, a friend of Hall's, who happened to also be the Chief Justice of the Kansas Supreme Court, decided that, hey, this would be a good time for me to retire. And Hall decides that, hey, I think I should step down as the governor of Kansas. And he does that. And he names John McCush the sitting governor of Kansas. He takes over because he's lieutenant governor. Well, then McCush turns around and names Hall, who had just lost re-election to be governor, as the Supreme Court justice of the Kansas Supreme Court. That's the triple play. The Kansas legislature then made an amendment to the state constitution, effectively creating the commission that is used today that helps and aids the governor in selecting Supreme Court justices. Now, this guy keeps claiming that our Supreme Court justices are unelected, that they're not, that they're chosen by lawyers, and partially true. Yeah, there are lawyers on the commission, but part of that's because lawyers understand judges better than you and me. The other thing is our judges aren't elected. They are appointed to serve a term by the governor, and then they have to go through a retention election. 1 year after being appointed to the court, you will stand for a retention election where the people will decide if you stay on. And then after that, I got to make sure I'm reading this correctly. If you're retained, you serve a 6-year term, and then you're up for retention again. So again, our justices aren't reelected. We have approval over the job that they are doing, and if they're not doing a good job, we can vote them out of office. So, why someone from Tennessee is getting involved in Kansas business, I don't know. I don't get involved in Tennessee's business because I don't live in Tennessee. But a lot of the stuff this guy is saying is just like grossly exaggerating and underselling the reason of why we have a nominating commission. It is to prevent corruption, which, guess what? It's happened. And, unfortunately, it might happen again. So, there you go. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.